Hey everybody, we are back at Danganrompa. Now in the last episode, we were just like, searching around because someone killed our friend. And we're continue searching, but the three people I think it is Coco, Celeste, and Leon. But let's get straight into it. I do remember. That one, the bear, I forgot his name. He said someone has garbage disposal, and he said it's someone nearby, but he's not gonna say who. So let's go back over there. I bet it's him. Oh, it is him. And it's just that Monokuma talked to me yesterday. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash and dirt. So let me apply for the position. I was gonna start the morning, but after what happened, I had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, can you open the gate in the front of the trash room? It's my job to gather up all garbage and pass in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me a key for the trash room. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. What's the point of cleaning through all that cover? Why don't just leave the trash room open all the time so we can on? That doesn't seem more convenient.
So in other words...
Oh, I skip. Anyone who kills becomes black and will graduate unless they are discovered.
So that's it.
That must be enough. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Well, boring.
Hey, listen!
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, fatty. Why'd you want a cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh.
I just decided to volunteer for something I know no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar, I know you. Yep, I swear.
Is it like...
I like you, Leon, but it has to be Leon. You know, you want to dig through all the...
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
TV.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kind of trash stickers like... Alright, I don't want to talk about your love for 2D.
Give me a break.
I want to talk about your love for 2D people. That's not how...
You...
Let's go. You locked myself in the game, didn't you? You know what I looked at it. It makes me... They say he killed his wife. He learned how to get on the other side, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, they say. So him and his leader, they found him a way out. Whatever. Please hurry up. Okie, leave it to me. Let me pull it out together and use it, and then... Alright, it opened. Oh, let's
Mr. Naegi! I doubt it.
No. It's like... It's you. I want to see if you left behind it. Whatever, let's just... A green button and yellow. Now they're related to the big... This is the... It's way in the back part. It's got a good 30 feet. Ah, and it's open right now. You see the green and yellow button?
Yes, indeed.
To get it going, and the yellow button can turn it. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay?
What?
Huh? Come someone turn the incinerator. Big class.
Was it a fairy?
This is some base stuff. Guess how old what grade this guy is? Just keep your
What grade?
Senior.
Show it.
Oh, you're recording?
That's a senior's water. Ah, yes, about that there's no mistake. That's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was at toilet, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on burn. I haven't been back since...
Most
To be impossible.
suspicious.
So that means... How's that possible? There are shards of broken glass scattered around. Glass door, just enough to... Oh wait! I remember that one guy in the gym mentioned something about his like crystal and power. Maybe that could be it. Click all 7 a dragon. Okay. Gaze into it and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. Yeah, get it. Anything you gotta say before I go?
Come on.
Yada yada yada. Come on. This is more fun. Or anything else? What's that? Wait a minute. That's something on a burnt piece of something. Burnt piece? Like a hunk of burning wood? Anyways, I should do it. It's a complete pause on the shoot. Sleep from a button up. We covered this way, but there are lots of people. The whole thing was clean. When I was last here, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes were. Well, you can come. Why me?
That's it. I'm sure of it.
All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. Alright, I think I got everything I needed here. Yep, I think I... Let's go and return the broken crystal ball. So the crystal, if it's Leon, I'm placing bets on Leon. Leon? It's gotta be Leon. No! Here's the thing. I like Leon, alright? Leon, he's pretty nice. I thought he was cool from the beginning. I'm praying it's not me, Leon. Go to the gym. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. Had enough. Gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. What are you doing here? Does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball, but it's all smashed. What the heck? I only bought it because some guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. How did it break? Was it actually just made in all crystal? Did that guy totally duped me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. But y'all are in Japan. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Let's put that aside for now. They could say without this one. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot in the laundry. Ooh, it could be Hero, but Hero's kinda nice, so it couldn't be. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have. How did you? $1 million? She's but I can't even feel bad for him. Let me check on Junko. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why. Why does Junko have art? So let's check the laundromat next because he mentioned something about laundromat. There's the laundromat. Alright, search in here. Grab any of this. There's a swimsuit here. Oh, we got a coin. A TV. Alright, Junko's magazines. Oh yeah, I remember her dead body. Wait, was her dead body used? I'm gonna go check on her room again. No. This is not the room we're going in. We gotta go in our real. We gotta go in. Was it? No, it wasn't Kyoko. It was Sayaka. Let's go check on Sayaka's dead body real quick. Alright, we're at the crime scene. So she was stabbed with a knife. This has something to do with the kitchen. Let's go check on the kitchen. So let's go to the kitchen. Anything to say now? Hi. I'm taking a break. Wait. What's in here? Yo, this is gonna be useful. Alright. Look around. Knife. Look around again. There's a bunch of... You got a coin. Marbles, this one would be good right now. Not the Swimming girl, do you got anything to say now? Why didn't you tell me anything about this knife?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. The knife just suddenly just... So it wasn't missing from the beginning.
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in nice neat now. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were... You're not supposed to go out at night, though. Hold up, it may be a lie. But one of the knives was gone. So you're saying that knife disappeared when you were drinking tea? Yeah. And you were right in the dining hall when others came and took it. Then you could be able to... Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Oh, what? Of course not. I would never. murder him.
Because, I
Well,
mean,
cut related. So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her? On the other hand, two people becoming good friends rather than one killing the others is a classic drama setup. So when you can consider everything, I honestly have no idea. We might be good elected. Huh? I think it's time.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time, class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Okay.
See you soon!
That's where I should go. Let's go there. Getting ready for class trial. Let's get everyone. You're late, Makata. They've been waiting. Oh, I bet you were afraid you'd be. It's not me. It's you, Toko. It's either you,
Listen to me.
Leon, or Celeste. Jump into conclusions. Just straight after the class. Well, they were really convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Saika were both. But then who is the killer? The one who murdered me? Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Well,
yes, indeed.
Hey, are you scared? No, I'm not scared. It's just like instead of before, substance pills that are being used surrounding the system. If you don't, you never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sparkle's death. I don't need someone else to tell that truth. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice, trying to think. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I climbed the elevator. The doors closed and the elevator started moving. Okay. Class trial. Descended with heavy clunking towards us. I wonder if this is them. For the first time, finally.
Oh!
Rather than that, is it not like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Over here. What do you think? Does it feel just like a courtroom? It's like a Hollywood setup, right? Not even close. It's totally shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seat and sit down. Hurry up! We did what he said and found our seats. Oh yeah, Junko's dead. It was set up so that everyone else could. Which meant anything for another could transfer their attention and uneasy into speed. The air seemed to grow heavier as we sat there. So the curtain was up. Alright. Alright. Oh yeah. We're getting ready for court. Time message? Let's go. Class trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then, everyone close your eyes, and whoever did it, raise your hand!
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin, the debate. Because this isn't just about, it's a... Hear more? Absolutely. I think it's pretty, alright. And then there were non-stop debates. Speak one after another without pause. Lies are buried within their statements. You have to use it to refuse what they say. Okay. Any truthfuls you found to say. Right? Use the mouth and then follow through. Alright. So it's kind of like a real court. If you automatically fail. Alright. Good luck and have. Alright. Get ready. Last try. Make your argument. Evidence of struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizona!
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Murderer's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that
The killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Take that?
No, it's wrong!
Huh? Great.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was
A struggle? Between who and who?
between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't so surprised in the bathroom?
she must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
Yes.
The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after
I
taking
don't
one
think it's
look at the scene.
Celeste anymore.
It shouldn't even need
Celeste is
exploring.
safe.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Alright. Make your argument. Kitchen knife.
So what was used to kill her?
Take that.
There is some kind of sharp object thrust into her
I'm
stomach.
not gonna take that.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yes!
So the killer used some random knife they
No,
had on him.
that's the kitchen knife. Right
No,
there.
it's wrong.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we present.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
It's either Leon or Toko.
I don't think that's
I
true
have
at all.
more bets on Toko.
I'm sure if we
than
keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be. Because I know damn well I'm not gonna kill her. Yep. Absolutely. We're holding down. Everyone's saying, alright.
There's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Yes.
He did it in secret. Nobody was in the dining.
No, it's wrong.
Easy.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Tina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives are still there. But when I finished my tea, I went back to my kitchen to wash my glasses. One of the kids.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
It's gotta be Toga. It's
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
You wanna come?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can. Oh, okay.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I don't have a feeling it's Sakura.
I got so scared thanks to those
Sakura
creepy
was
videos.
watching over the...
I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
True.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Junko?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
I know Sayaka would not commit suicide. It couldn't be Hina, because Hina was with that other person, so it had to be Monica. You think I took the knife? Don't do it. Alright,
Shoot!
No! I absolutely missed it.
Shoot!
I gotta save Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
But it couldn't have been. She would
That's
never.
the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Maybe it could have been a suicide.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after!
No! You're wrong!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
How?
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Hangman's Gambit? Absolutely. In classroom. You have to decide the face from the artist. Yo! I don't know what to do. Hangman's Gambit. Hair.
Now I understand.
It was hair.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
Leon, why do you kind of look worried?
If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
And that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
There's a code.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Let me talk.
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Yes, the door locked.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
I do. It was... the doorknob.
I got it!
Yes!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Exactly.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Yep. It's Leon.
You still don't see? Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that...
Absolutely. From here on out, the number of weeks watch was... But no matter how much... Only one line in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all are necessarily false. Only the truth. Alright. I think I understand. Make my argument.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally,
we're not doing
the
that.
culprit had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it! We already know the answer.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Good.
Shoot! The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Shoot!
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Yeah!
No, that's wrong!
That's wrong! It was jammed. It was jammed. It was jammed.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walk-in bathrooms, right?
I'm a genius.
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck. Huh? What are you talking about? My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get
It's
in.
Leon.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
I got it!
Yes!
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
Because we're a boy.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yes, Toko. Good.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions?
It does. Oh! As a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Because that can't happen.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Oh no.
I got it!
Yes!
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
Exactly.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility? I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for...
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't.
Well, of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
And that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Sure.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Pay attention. It's time for a retrial!
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, it's wrong!
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Exactly.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Exactly.
Shoot!
Oh no. Sayaka?
I got it!
Okay, thank goodness.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
Exactly.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her! We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
I got it! Yes! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty
There's
clear.
golden glitter on it.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
That's what we need to make clear. Yeah! Let me see. This is so cool.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Shoot!
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. That I guess?
Oh, shoot! Nobody's gonna pick me up.
Is this really...
Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
I can't give up. Alright. Only ones with... Alright. I think I get it.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden on her leg. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Shoot!
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden on her leg. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden on her leg.
I'm not doing this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack. No, it's not.
Replica sword sheet? How does that make any sense?
Shoot!
Replica sword sheet.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
How?
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh?
because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it, like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. Yes. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how the culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere, then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
Dang it!
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet. You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult?
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife,
Shoot! had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. Took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Wait a minute, so...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted, and by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would indicate. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret.
The murderer right now.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now! Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring if we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! If we don't do something, we're gonna die!
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right? No, it's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message. Dying? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her. 11037.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I got it!
Yes! The left index finger
Her
was
left
covered in
index
blood.
finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight. so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro, you're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course.
What? No, it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just...
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
It's Leon. It's Leon. That says Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write some...
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to... You mean
the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the
as the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on that. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Is one scrap of fabric enough to
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are...
Are you finally starting to understand?
Yeah, I think so. closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room. And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch. You'd need the key to get in. And the one with the key was... So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me?
No, it's not you. I know who it is.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on clean.
So the only one is the person...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator. No, that's wrong.
Hold on.
But if you can't get past the gate...
Yes, you could.
What is it, some kind of glass ball?
True.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
I got it! The killer simply took aim and all they had to do was hit that switch. And the incinerator through a gap in the gate? Remember what you said before he flew? He had the key was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell?
All you have to do is look at the scene, the shards of broken glass, the incinerator, the killer.
Wait.
But the pimp, could someone...
That's difficult.
The ultimate baseball spot.
I got it! Because the killer... Do you have any idea?
A target.
Enough of this goddamn shipper brains have got it all...
You still won't admit it? Makoto. And with that...
Listen to me!
Say what you want, Leon. Now here's...
Absolutely. The closing argument. Alright. The closing argument.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka
Then, so they had a battle.
she attacked them with the knife.
After the battle, he blocked it.
But they
He hit back.
and
And she ran into the bathroom.
what they saw. So, and
he wrote his name down.
oh, and
She died.
was then they after they put the so the and the
Which caused him so and he did that and threw it in. Like he caught it on.
have a part of the shirt.
The last fight. Do we do it?
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his seeing the
Leon. Do I object? Hell yes, I object. I mean, all of this is just without evidence. It's all bullshit.
Well then, Makoto.
Okay, so alright. I get it. Let's go.
when the killer
I refuse to. Stupid.
Alright, let's start this. The final battle.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Here's your proof. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie.
False strike.
Here's your proof.
this should prove it. The screws on the back. I wonder what kind of. That's only
So, you
Then it would seem.
He's gonna die. Alright, let me see for the final round. I did pretty good. Dang, 59 coins.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast? You all have a lever in front of you. Just to make triple sure you vote for someone. Okay, who will be chosen?
Vote Leon, everyone. Leon. Yes! It's Leon.
I didn't. So that's.
Leon has.
Hey, come on!
Kill him. We gotta kill Leon. We've gotta kill Leon. I'm spamming as fast as I can. We've gotta kill Leon.
Punish? You mean... What? Yeah, that...
Execution. I don't care.
Stop!
Wait! He's getting executed. He's getting executed. Leon's cooked. Oh, nah. Oh, he's surviving that. Getting hit by balls is not that bad. Not that bad. How did that happen? Even the person that killed him is shocked. You know, we're gonna end the video here. Danganrompa. Let me see if it's safe.
Extreme!
Yo, that was crazy. But we're gonna end the video here because we just killed him, but I gotta go. Bye bye!